This past weekend was do or die for teams in the league, and some came out triumphant, while others saw their season come to an end. Welcome into your WCHA Weekend Recap. I'm your host, Kirsten Krull. Let's start off by taking a look at the series between Minnesota State and Ohio State. For the first time in 11 years, it was the Buckeyes' turn to host a home playoff series. The team did not disappoint as they managed to come away with a sweep of the Mavericks, but here are a couple of key players who helped make that happen. Maddie Field had herself a field day on Friday, if you will, as she lit the lamp not once, not twice, but 3 for a hat trick. She came back on Saturday to net 2 more goals for a total of 5 goals on the weekend. Cassidy Sauve did not play this past weekend, but freshman netminder Amanda Zeglin stood tall in the crease and picked up her first career shutout Friday and made 50 total saves on the weekend. On Friday, the Gophers scored the game's first 4 goals, which led to a 5-1 victory. Sophie Skarzinski also netted a pair of goals for the Gophers. Game 2 on Saturday left everyone at Ritter Arena on their toes as the matchup was tied 1 apiece deep into the second. Patty Marshall ended up breaking the tie, and the Gophers went on to win 4-1. Bemidji State and Minnesota Duluth played the only series of the weekend that was pushed to 3 games. On Friday, Beavers freshman goaltender Kerrigan Dowie made 29 saves in a 2-1 Bemidji win. Senior Emma Terrace broke the 1-1 tie as she scored on a third-period power play. The Bulldogs bit back on Saturday with a 4-1 win, and the game was tied 1 apiece in the second period, but Michelle Lowenhielm, Anna Klein, and Katarina Marazova stepped up to score goals of their own. Skating into Sunday, Dowie stood tall in a shutout win in the deciding game, posting 24 stops. Emily Berglund, Haley Mack, and Bailey Wright all net one in for the win. This weekend, all eyes will be on Ritter Arena as the WCHA Final Faceoff skates into town. The semifinals will take place on Saturday and will be played between Bemidji State and Wisconsin. Ohio State and Minnesota will match up for the second game of the day. Sunday's championship game will air on Fox Sports North Plus, and Wisconsin will try to keep their streak going into this weekend as they have won 3 straight Final Faceoffs for a record of 7 total. Ohio State is also returning to the Final Faceoff for the first time since 2013, while Bemidji State is back for the first time since 2015. The Final Faceoff is taking place at Minnesota's rink, and they're going to try to seize the title on their home ice. The stage is set for an exciting weekend of WCHA hockey, and you can also follow along with all of the fun on social media, as I'll be taking you behind the scenes on Instagram and Facebook. That's going to do it here in the studio, but I will see you down in Minneapolis this weekend.